Hi guys, Christina Blackfeather here, and it's been a while. Been a long while. Got kind of the messy desk going on behind me, so I apologize. But anywho, I thought I would talk about the whole the gal that just passed away from her raw vegan diet. The family had said that she died of malnutrition and starvation. Zhanna D'Art, I believe. From what I understand, she's Russian and had moved to Malaysia or something for her raw vegan diet. And so she had passed away a few weeks ago now. And the raw vegan food community is up in arms, basically blaming her. Now, she did have an eating disorder. She was anorexic. There's people like Raw Vegan Rising are using her death to promote their business, stuff like that. And Freelee the Banana Girl is not much better. I wanted to talk about Freelee. She is kind of doing the no true Scotsman thing. Immediately accused this dead woman of not being a real vegan because Freelee didn't know if she was a real vegan. She didn't see any animal promotional stuff. And basically victim blaming. What a lot of people do not realize about things like anorexia and stuff is it is a disorder. It is a disease. The person who has it is a victim. Food is their way of controlling because they don't have control in their life. That's one of the ways that they have control. And raw foodists, raw vegans tend to be in that mindset in the first place. They're extremely controlling. This girl could have lived a bit longer, but a lot of anorexics do die eventually. It's a hard thing to deal with. And she moved away from family to get away from people trying to help her because that was her control. And it's also a form of OCD. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff involved here that Freelee may say that she understands what it is because she was bulimic and defeated her eating disorder by going to eating 30 bananas a day and stuff like that, and still puts all the fault on this girl, not the fault on her illness. And her illness is what took her life. Sad to say, it's hard to watch this. It's hard to see people like Eugenia and other ones that are so trapped. And they are suffering, whether they realize it or are aware of it or not, they're suffering. Zhanna suffered. And her death was tragic, but these raw vegans are popping out of the woodwork and using her for clout. And I have to admit, right now, I'm probably not much better. I'm using her name. I'm name dropping. I'm name dropping Freelee's name. Feely. I hope D'Art got some amusement out of that one. But the issue that I have with Freelee's whole approach to this is she's saying, well, she wasn't vegan. She was, I'll just say that she was eating plants or whatever, but she's not vegan. If you go to Freele's Instagram, and I have pointed this out on her posts. All it is body checking, which is still remnants of an eating disorder. And yeah, a lot of women actually do it, but Freelee is to an extreme. She body checks like Eugenia. She shows pictures of food. She doesn't talk about the animals. It's all weight loss memes. It's all about fats and sugar and how well sugar heals everything. And it's all about sugar, 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 and food. And it's not about the animals like she likes to brag sometimes. And it's only sometimes. Freele's vegan because it's control of her diet. She says how other people don't go and show how what they're doing for animal rights and stuff. She doesn't either. It's about selling her book. It's about selling her waistline and body checking and how popular she can be. And this is a woman who is talented. I've seen her creative, off-the-cuff crochet stuff without patterns and stuff. I wish she would do more of that. There's a big audience for that. She's talented. But she makes more money being a, oh gosh, what is the word? Snake oil salesman. And now she's turning around using this woman's death inappropriately like this to sell more snake oil. Well, I could have helped her through her anorexia, and I could have done this and I could have done that. And okay, yeah, getting an anorexic to actually be able to and willing to eat is a good thing. When they get to the point where they want to eat something, that's fine. But when you're on such a tight, restrictive diet like Freelee is, it still is promoting anorexia. And the body checking is a telltale sign. If you look at Freele's shoulders and her collarbones and down her back where you can see her spine, and that ain't healthy. That is, she's made herself too thin. And I know there are people who are naturally skinny and have time keeping weight on and things like that. But to go with just raw food isn't the way to go. There's a reason people lose weight on a raw food diet. And it's not detoxing. It's not any of that. It is a form of controlling what you put in your body. And no, for her, it is not about the animals. And for her to turn around and accuse this woman who died of not being about the animals and not being a real vegan, I'm sorry, Freelee, you're horrible. You're a horrible woman. You're no different than Raw Vegan Rising. You're both awful people. Or at least that's how you act. I should say that. You act like horrible people. And if you're going to be vegan, then make it about the animals. Don't make it about what your belly button looks like with the cut off Daisy Dukes and a little crop top out in the middle of the jungle. Because that's all you focus on, is how skinny you are. The only difference is between you and Zhanna D'Art is that she's dead. And you treat her like absolute crap. because she happened to die on the diet that you're promoting and making money off of. And that's just absolutely hideous. So there, I said my piece. Sorry for the negative video. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great night. I'm heading to work. Only one shift today. One. Anyway, blessed be everybody. Take care.